What's up, A family? Look, I'm getting a lot of questions about should I transfer, should I not transfer, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to lay that puppy to rest. And it's going to be a message to you, but I'm also speaking to Lou. Because I was sitting here thinking, man, if I say some shit I'm about to say, Lou do a rebuttal video, I'm fucked. So I'm just going to go ahead and address this to him and to you. And we're going to lay this puppy to rest once and for all. Now, it's been said if you're going to transfer out of a little broker, now's the best time to do it. Why? Because the price is so low. Okay. Well, let me ask you something. What is your mission? What is my mission? Buy, hold, wait for the squeeze. Would you consider the squeeze letting the little brokers off for $18 a share? Think about that. If you transfer your shares, and they're I gotchas, for example, I'm over at Weeble. I just looked. I got 35 shares over there. If I wanted to transfer my 35 shares from Weeble to Fidelity, they will have to go on the open market, buy them 35 shares right now so that they could transfer them to Fidelity for me. That means they have to go on the open market and buy 35 shares of AMC at 1863. Now I'm gonna tell you what, I didn't get into this, and I didn't know much about this in the beginning, but I'm determined I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers off at $18.62 a share. Simple as that. Therefore, I don't transfer. Because what happens is you initiate the transfer, they don't have the shares. They go on the open market and buy the 35 shares at 1862. Transfer the shares to Fidelity. Now, once it hits Fidelity, the squeeze happens and it goes to 800. You press sell. See, now Fidelity's in charge of all that. But what you've done by switching is you've let the little fucking brokers off at $20 a share, at $19 a share. And the phrase of, you got to transfer now while it's cheap. Cheap for who? Not cheap for me. Cheap for the little broker that has to go out there. And then here's the thing. The Apex chart from our log to float showed that Apex was holding 513 million shares. Now they only hold 100, and it's probably less than that because people still transferring out over to Fidelity. They don't have to worry about paying a whole bunch of motherfuckers now because all of y'all left. And if we leave with y'all, the Apex chart would show that they're holding 0 shares of AMC. Why? Because everybody transferred out of it. So they're on the hook for nothing when the squeeze happens. So in essence, you've let the little broker that said I got you off the hook. That's what it is when you're transferring shares. Now, if that's not right, but it is, then explain to me how transferring your shares and letting the broker only have to pay $18.60 a share is beneficial to us and the squeeze. And I'll be waiting to hear some fucking answers because there ain't one. And one more thing, for every person where the broker, where Moo, for example, because I got like 60 shares over Moo or something like that. But anyway, Moo, they're on Apex too. So everybody moves out of Moo. Moo only has to deal with 10 million shares now. So it's not gonna break them, is my point. Now Webull only has to account for 7 million shares instead of 37 million shares for when the squeeze happens. See, when the squeeze happens, they only going to be on the hook for, say, 7 million. Because I'm still over there and a bunch of other people. This is long enough. Y'all ought to get the fucking point. If you transfer your shares, they cannot transfer a I got you. They have to buy the fucking share to send it to wherever you're wanting it to go. They cannot send an I got you. And if you transfer today, they would be getting off the hook for 1856 instead of 1800 when the time came. We were supposed to break them first and move up the line. Instead, now we have totally skipped them. They are totally safe. The banks are the ones in trouble. And I'm going to end it there because I want to see some responses. Love y'all, and I'm just trying to give you a warning. Transferring your shares is diluting the squeeze potentials, the roof, the ceiling. Every time somebody switches, the roof goes down lower. Love y'all.